In this video, I would love to show you around the new design of the Galactic Astro Chart software, different levels that you can experience, and help you navigate the entire platform with ease. My name is Julia Balaz, the founder of Galactic Astrology, soul reading modality, also known as Quantum Soul Guidance, and I've been blessed to receive a support from a wonderful astrology software developer, Timotei Royko, and design developer, Margot Zen, who supported my vision for creating astrological software that supports galactic astrology enthusiasts around the world in their ever-evolving research of not only planetary bodies in our own solar system, but also beyond stars and deep space points, to help us collectively better understand how they may impact our collective consciousness and our evolution. So let's dive right in. As you enter the website galacticastrochart.com, you're welcomed by the homepage, where it is very easy for you to access your free report by simply clicking the icon on the left bottom corner. But before you go further, I invite you to explore your preference about the night mode or daytime mode by clicking the icon of the sun and moon on the top right corner, and figuring out what is your preference in terms of how many features are available to you. There are 4 levels of how you can experience the software: the visitor, that doesn't require a login, with date range of a birth time between 1926 to 2027, option between tropical and sidereal zodiac, options between Placidus and whole sign houses, basic galactic report that shows you conjunctions and oppositions to fixed stars, 55 selected stars, and deep space points, including galactic center, supergalactic center, and beyond. The next level up is Explorer. It's also a free but registered account where you leave your email address and your name for the purpose of the system remembering your birth chart, so that you don't have to enter your birth details again and again every time you're visiting the website. So create your account once, enter your birth details, and next time you visit, the system will remember your data. It also adds additional features for you. The date range expands to 1900s to 2028. You can save 10 reports on your account. You can customize the view of which planets and points you want to see on your chart. The Explorer level includes lunar nodes, Black Moon Lilith, Chiron, Vertex, and Part of Fortune. You can now see the extended galactic report, which shows also major aspects, degrees, and orbs in connection to the stars and deep space points. You can enjoy the color coding of the galactic alignments. So stars within the same constellation will show with the same color. So it's easier to navigate the sea of galactic connections that you may have in your chart. You can also see the star wheel with conjunct stars displayed around the wheel, and selection of 49 asteroids. Many of them are covered in my Ancient Civilizations Asteroids course that is being published at the beginning of May 2026. Next level up is Enthusiast. This level is included in my Quantum Soul Guidance Practitioner online program for all the students, lifetime access. Or you can purchase it at the prices displayed here. We also have a little widget here where you can change the view to yearly price. So you will see how much you save if you choose to pay annually rather than monthly. There is a 30% discount for Galactic Astrology Foundational Course students. So you can click on the link to explore what is available if you would like to become a student and learn Galactic Astrology with me. You can enjoy these additional benefits. The extra features that are available in the Enthusiast level are, again, expanded date range, starting all the way back in the year 1200 and all the way to year 2126. You can save 1000 reports in your profile and enjoy the advanced search filters. Let's say if you're doing a research on a particular star and you have hundreds of reports saved under your account, then you can search your reports based on the star you're exploring. So you will put in the data that you only want the system to show you reports that have a star Arcturus conjunct or trine or through any of the aspects. Enthusiast level has 85 fixed stars, 9 different house systems. The star wheel shows stars with major aspects, not just conjunctions. You can create transit charts, synastry charts, relocation charts, and have a comparison view report where you see 2 charts side by side, or wheel on wheel where you have 2 different reports together. You can create chart notes for yourself if you're doing research. If there is a particular story that is important to note on your chart, you can create these amazing notes. You can download the report as a PDF or Excel sheet, and you can also access public charts. These are created by Quantum Soul Guidance certified practitioners. Currently, we have a community of over 100 certified practitioners. When they get certified, they will unlock a feature that will enable them to save charts of famous people within the community database. So you will be able to view a variety of famous people's charts, including their stars, their asteroids, and have fun exploring that. The top tier is called Professional, and I offer 30% discount for my students of Quantum Soul Guidance Practitioner Program and Galactic Astrology 101. And the extra features include the date range goes back 13,000 years and way into the future. So you can explore and research large spans of time. You can save unlimited amount of reports on your profile. You'll have access to 292 known fixed stars. You can choose from 6 sidereal zodiacs. You can customize your star wheel and galactic reports by adding or removing any objects that you wish to view or not see them, from planets to stars to aspects to points, asteroids. This is an amazing feature when you're doing research and exploring many different charts. You can customize aspects and orbs. We include minor aspects in the professional level. You can customize stars and deep space points again, so you'll have a drop-down selection menu. You can customize 25,000 asteroids and trans-Neptunian objects. There is easy search and add and pin tools that will enable you to create your own preference for which asteroids you want to see and explore in the charts. You have a time control widget where you can progress the chart forward or backward by minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years. It's super handy also for research. And you have custom stars and points on request. You can send us an email with additional objects that you would love to have available, and we'll be happy to add them. This is the beginning of our journey with this new system that took 12 months to bring together, and we have exciting vision for long-term plans and developments for this software. There is so much more that we would love to have available, and we look forward to sharing the ongoing developments with you as time goes on. A commonly asked question is, what happens when you downgrade from higher level? Will you lose access to your data or not? If the enthusiast level or professional level payments cease coming in, the system will automatically default the account back to the Explorer, meaning that you will lose access to the additional features that you used to have available during your active subscription, and you will not lose access to your reports. They will still be available to you when you downgrade to the Explorer level, but you will not be able to access any of the extra features. Let's explore the visitor level features. Before accessing your free report, I invite you to explore the stars that are included in the free account. You can see that 62 stars and deep space points are included, meaning As you enter your birth details, these are the selected stars and cosmic points that will be considered when your report is generated. There is a handy feature available at the top where you can change to any date for the system to recalculate the exact position of that particular star or the galactic center and beyond. You can also see what orb is being used inside the system. And you can also explore the zodiac signs that are in opposite, trine, sextile, and square alignment to the star of your choice. Okay, so let's go into the free report. You can enter your birth details, or today, as I'm recording this on 22nd of April, I will record today's date. When you're typing in your location, make sure to select from the drop-down menu at the background, not what your computer or device wants you to type in. See this, ignore that, and select from the drop-down menu here. So I want to go for Dublin, Ireland. I'm choosing tropical zodiac and whole sign house system. See, these are the house systems that are starred. They're available in upper tier levels. If you wanted a secondary chart, let's say you want to create a transit chart or relocation chart, again, you need to upgrade to a higher level. And if you wanted to have access to additional objects and aspects, it's available at the upgrade level. The free option, when we generate your chart, offers you this beautiful star wheel. You can see where the ascendant is at the time of me recording this video. You can see the sun today on the 22nd of April 2026 is at 2 degrees of Taurus, and so on and so forth. The red zodiac signs are the fire signs, green zodiac signs are the earth signs, blue are the water signs, and pink are the air signs. If you would like to see a report version of your alignments, you can see the basic version where you see the list of the planets from Sun all the way down to Pluto. You can see the position they are in, and you can see which constellations are conjunct any of the points in your chart and which constellations or galactic points are opposite. So today, Sun is conjunct a star in Andromeda constellation. Today, Venus is conjunct a star in Perseus constellation. Today, Uranus is conjunct stars in the Pleiades cluster, and so on. And you can also see the oppositions. Here is another view of the traditional placements of your astrology chart, excluding the stars. And you can also see with the whole sign house system, the first degree marking the beginning of each house starts at the 0 degree. If I were to select Placidus house system and regenerate the chart, you can see that the beginning of each house starts at different degree. So this is how easily you can go back to make any changes when you're generating the chart. So this is what you get with your free user account unregistered. Before you go any further, especially if you're visiting for the first time and you have no idea what any of the alignments mean, you can go to the info tab and visit either frequently asked questions. One of the most commonly asked questions is about the ascendant astro degree. We use IANA Time Zone Database, an open source project that is widely accepted as the time zone authority in the world, and most astrological software's websites use this database. However, there are 3 websites that we know of, astro.com, SolarFire, and AstroGold, who instead rely on the ICS Atlas, a proprietary database based on the American Atlas, a book written by Thomas G. Shanks, who did an extensive research in the field and had ties with Astrolab Inc., the company behind SolarFire. So 99% of time, results should be identical, as both projects often help each other out, but in rare cases, there are disagreements between them, especially for dates before 1970, in locations when time zones were not yet standardized. So What we discovered is that after 1945, many states and cities east of the Mississippi River and mostly north of the Ohio and Potomac rivers adopted summer daylight saving time. From 1945 to 1966, there was no federal law on daylight saving time, so localities could choose when it began and ended or drop it entirely. So there is a complicated patchwork of daylight saving policies that varied in length and by city, state, and municipality emerged. As of 1954, only California and Nevada had statewide day standard time west of the Mississippi, and only few cities between Nevada and St. Louis. Finding out who's right and who's wrong usually requires researching the city's records or from astrology side via birth time rectification. So you will simply need to manually adjust the time of your birth on our calculator, either forward or backward by 1 hour to get the ascendant degree you're looking for. In the info tab, there is a page called Meaning, where you can read through the meaning of individual planets, aspects, multiple star alignments, no star alignments to planet, basic meaning of the houses, and a note where you can learn more. If you would like to have a professional reading of your birth chart, you can go to the practitioners page and scroll through the certified practitioners that graduated the Quantum Soul Guidance Galactic Astrology Soul Reading program with me. You can browse through this page that currently lists over 80 profiles at the time of recording this. And you can search by language. We have 22 languages available. By session type, whether you prefer in-person session, live online session, or just a written report. You can see the view from oldest to newest, and you can also search by keyword. Let's say you're a big fan of gene keys or human design or any other amazing modality. If you type it in, practitioners that are also skilled and certified in those extra modalities will be selected and shown on the screen. And you're welcome to contact them directly by clicking the contact form where you can leave your email, your note, and what you're looking for, and they'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. And on each profile, you can view the information they've written about themselves, check out their social media, and watch an interview that I did with them where they shared their story with Galactic Astrology and their passion for the modality and how exactly they're assisting their clients. So let your heart guide you. Your soul knows what resonates, what doesn't. So you can't really go wrong. These are really exceptional, beautiful human beings that devote so much of their time to extensive research and deep understanding of how our souls evolve across time and space, navigating multiple incarnations, not only on Earth, but also in other star systems. They really did the groundwork for years and years. And many of them, not just with the Galactic Astrology Soul Reading program, but many other fascinating modalities. So I'm just super proud of our community. It's absolute joy to walk side by side these amazing bright lights. I would love for you to take time to read our code of ethics, as it is really important for us to maintain a certain level of frequency and high standard in our service to the collective evolution and healing. Let's see what happens when you upgrade for free to the Explorer level by signing in, clicking register, enter your full name, your email, your password. You'll receive an email to validate your selection. And once you're signed in, you can come and enjoy the extra features. Now let's explore what your experience will be like at the Explorer level. After you registered with your name and email address and you logged in, you will now see additional tab on your top screen called My Charts. So instead of navigating the creation of Galactic Astrology Report through the Astro tab, clicking Galactic Report as you did as a visitor, instead of that, go to My Charts directly and there click New Chart. This will allow you to save your chart in the system so that you don't have to re-enter the details over and over again for charts that you want to keep returning to. If you want to run a report without saving it, remember you only have 10 reports that can be saved, then you can use the Astro Galactic report and just explore things that way without saving it. But let's say you want to save a new chart. So again, I'm going to use today's date. In case your location is not coming up for some reason, you can switch to coordinates and you can type in coordinates that you will find on Google Maps. So you enter the details that you're looking for, and now the secondary option is still not available. You will need to up level to the Enthusiast. The extra features that are available for you are the main selection for planets and points. You can unselect items that you don't want to see or add items that you do want to see from this particular selection. And you also have access to 49 select asteroids. Most of these are part of my research on ancient civilizations. And you will be able to learn all about these in my latest course that is launching in early May 2026. So depending when you're watching this, you can dive deep or just see where these are in your chart. So for example, just for the sake of demonstrating, I want to see where Atlantis is today. Okay, so I click generate, and here is the report for today, April 22nd. This is what the astro wheel looks like. This time you can see the stars displaying around the wheel. The basic visitor and register user level does not have this option available. So we can see that today the sun is conjunct star Mira in the Andromeda constellation. Uranus is conjunct stars in Pleiades. Venus is conjunct star Algol. North Node is conjunct Deneb Adige star, vertex Ras Al Hag, and part of fortune is conjunct Algorab. So that's the chart for today based on whole sign house system. When we look at the report, you still see the conjunct and opposite alignment. You see the placements of each body used in the report and the house information. Now let's scroll back up and see if we want to make any changes and what happens in the options menu. You have the option of seeing the star name or the constellation name around the wheel. See how that just changed to just the constellations now. This is what it was before, just the stars. Or you can see both the star and the constellation. That's my favorite feature. You can see star Pleione in Pleiades, star Mira in Andromeda. So the constellation is displayed in all capital. You can select color. Let's go back to the report. Options, color on. You will see each constellation has a designated color. And if you want to see the extended version of the report, you will see not just the constellation names, but the stars and their alignment as well. You can see now the square, sextile, trine, and opposition alignments. Okay. To find out what it all means, you can enroll in the Galactic Astrology 101 course by clicking on the Courses tab, or become a practitioner, have a proper deep dive to what everything means and how to delineate all this in a practical and meaningful way, or book a session with one of the certified practitioners. In the Explorer level, you can now also save your chart with the relevant name. So I say, and you have an option of filing the reports that you save either as personal, client, relative, friend, organization, event, famous person, transit, synastry, relocation, and other. So you have all these options. So I'm going to select transit and click save. Oh, chart limit reached because I have so many charts saved under this login from my higher level up. So when you reach level of 10 saved charts, this is the message you will get, and you will have the option of upgrading. Let's explore the enthusiast level experience. Remember that if you want to create a chart that you want to save in your database, go through My Charts tab to create a new chart. Do not go to Astro and Galactic Report. If you go through this route, you will not be able to save your report. So always, as a logged in registered user, go through My Charts and then New Chart. At the enthusiast level, you have the additional feature available in the secondary chart drop-down menu, where you can select Compare, Two Charts, Transit Chart, Synastry Chart, or Relocation. And additional features that are available to you are Objects and Aspects. Here in the planets and points, you can decide what you want to have available. In the asteroids options, just for the sake of seeing what it looks like, I'm going to select asteroid Atlantis. We want to see where it is today. These asteroids are pre-selected. I wanted you to have access to all the asteroids that I did a research on recently and that you can dive deep into if you explore my new course, which is going to be launched in early May 2026. Or you can see if you can find any information about them online or tune into them intuitively. I hope you will have fun exploring these. You can choose all if you're really curious, but be warned, your wheel will look really busy. Do you know what? Just for the sake of the visual, let me show that to you, what it looks like if you select all. And trans-Neptunian objects are not yet available to you. Additional stars not yet available. And not available, not available. Okay, so you can play with asteroids, and let's see what happens when we generate the chart. It looks very busy. It's just too much. So what you can do is go back to birth information, click on the arrow, and let's go to the asteroids and say default. And by default, the selected asteroid is only Chiron, but I want to also see Atlantis today. So generate chart. One more view addition or amendment I want to do is options. Remember to always go to the options and decide whether you want to see none of the stars. It immediately adjusts, no stars around the wheel. See only conjunct stars around the wheel. That's what our users were used to before the upgrade of the software. Or stars with all major aspects. So this time you're also seeing stars that are in opposition to a planet, stars that are in trine, sextile, or square to any of the planets. So all of these stars are playing a role in one way or another in your life. You can explore that. For beginners, it may feel like it's just too much, so you can always just go back to conjunct stars view. So other features that are available to you are on/off for the report color. Let's go back here, options, color, no color, report basic or extended. With extended, you see the stars, the orbs, degrees, and aspect names. With basic, you only see the constellation name under conjunction and opposition. These are the tools that are available to you. So remember to always go back to the options or go back to birth information if you want to adjust objects and aspects. Let's go back to the chart wheel. The inner wheel is my birth chart. I didn't save the chart yet, so the name is not showing. If you want to change the name on the chart view, then you can do that by clicking on Save. There is a difference between file name and the name that shows up on the screen and on the report when you want to print it, save it. You can decide if you want to group the chart that you're saving in any of the selected categories, and if you want to write any notes that will remain visible only to you on screen. The report notes will not be visible on the PDF version of the report. These are just for your own information. Save successfully. And now you can see that when you scroll down, the names on the inner and outer wheel changed. You can expand the view by using the zoom in feature so you can see things very well. You can either look at the wheels separately or you can look at the wheels together. So we see that today I have Neptune conjunct my Sun, Uranus is approaching my ascendant, and so on. You can navigate between different views of either seeing the chart wheel, seeing the report, seeing the placements for each chart that you entered, or seeing the houses for each chart. And the download option gives you PDF or Excel. Let's see what the PDF looks like. The file will be saved under the file name that you selected for the report. This is the design for the PDF report, both inner and outer chart names, and you can scroll down through each page. Working with two charts, it's always a lengthy report. And for beginner users, this can feel really overwhelming, especially with the additional stars that we have added to this level. However, as you start working with this information, as you take time to go through the online courses, Galactic Astrology 101 and Quantum Soul Guidance Practitioner, this will all become familiar and you will be able to understand what everything means and navigate it with ease and joy. So once again, if you want to understand your birth chart, you can either click on the courses, explore the available materials through my school, or book your session with a certified practitioner who is trained to understand what everything in your birth chart means. Let's explore additional features that are available on this level. If you would like to explore which stars are available to you on this level, go to Astro Stars Degrees, and you can scroll all the way down to see all the stars that are included. In this case, 92, including the Galactic Center, Supergalactic Center, the Great Attractor, and Shapley, Orion Nebula, Lyra Nebula, and Andromeda Galaxy. You can recalculate the position of the stars by changing the date, and you can see which orb the system is using for calculating your report. You can change to nighttime view if that's your preference. Let's explore additional features you have inside your saved charts. If you click the view on your saved chart, you will come directly to this page, and you can still edit from the view by clicking on edit. Here it's just editing the name, edit options of what you see, and edit birth information. You're able to do that even if you click on the view. The difference with clicking on edit next to the file name, the editing birth information options are open as you come in. So I'll just demonstrate the difference once again. View, the birth information is kind of closed and you see this. And if you click on edit instead, the birth information is already open and you can edit these things here or click edit or options. If you don't want to see the birth information view, you can just minimize it. So they're kind of both one and the same. We just wanted to kind of make it intuitive and easy to navigate for people. If you click on the info, you can change the chart name or delete the chart. Now you see the difference here that some charts have the compare tab available and some don't. As you remember, I created this chart for demo that already includes two different charts, my birth chart and transit chart. So there is no option to create additional charts to compare because the comparison is already happening within this saved chart. Here I have a public chart. If you're a pro user and you decide to share a chart of a famous person publicly within our community, then that chart will show with the little globe icon to the left. So I was exploring a chart of David Bohm, a famous physicist, and it's a single chart. So if I wanted to create a comparison, I can look up the chart of a transit. So that's how the compare feature works. You can then choose either calling it a transit or synastry or relocation, and that's how it will then save in your files. So you can then search by type and you will see client charts, famous people's charts, friend, relative, and so on and so forth. With the enthusiast level, you can save up to 1,000 charts. And a really great feature is filtering the charts where you can do your own research if you're exploring a single star or any object and you have a lot of charts saved. You can look for charts that have only that particular star definitely present. So you can start tuning then into those people's energetics and start noticing a pattern across the variety of data that you're exploring. To be honest, this is why I was so eager to create this type of software to support the research that I'm doing. I always found it challenging to go through databases in other softwares where something like this wasn't necessarily available. So I really hope you will enjoy this if you are a passionate enthusiast of galactic astrology. Now, let's explore your experience when you're at the professional level with all these additional features available. Remember, when you want to create a new chart, go through My Charts tab, where you select New Chart option if you want to save a chart in the system under your profile. If you would go to create a new chart through Astro and Galactic Report, you will not be able to save the chart. So always go through New Chart, enter the details. This time the date range is huge, so you can explore people from history or transit during important events in the deep history and or into the future. So as you start entering the details, either for a single chart or you want to create two charts together, you will see that you have additional features available. You can select and unselect all the basic objects of standard astrology selection. You can explore 25,000 asteroids. We have pinned asteroids in the select menu. These were just asteroids that I was exploring in recent months, and I wanted them to be available because I will be creating social media content where I'll be talking about all these asteroids. So I just wanted them to be easily accessible to my community. But if there is any other asteroid that you are looking for, you can simply type that name into the search. So let's say asteroid Pele. Any asteroid with Pele in the name will instantly come up, including their designated number. And from then on, you simply select and pin the asteroid. So next time you will create a new chart, this will actually be saved in your profile memory. So the asteroids that you are interested will start coming up regularly. They'll be pinned for you. So it'll make it really easy for you. When you click all, it just means not all 25,000 asteroids will be shown in your report, but all of the pinned asteroids in the drop-down menu. I suggest you go through default and then manually select a handful or 10 asteroids. If you select, this is, I think, 49 or 50 asteroids that are pinned, it's just overwhelming to see that inside the chart wheel. So go easy on yourself. But by all means, explore what everything looks like, have fun with it. So just for the sake of showing the selection, I'm going to click on asteroid Atlantis and see where it appears in my birth chart and on the transit chart. So we search through the wheel and find that Atlantis on my birth was conjunct my north node and at 0 degrees of Cancer, although my north node is at 29-26 of Gemini. And today, on 22nd of April, asteroid Atlantis is in Aries at 1401 of Aries, conjunct the star Tau Ceti. Remember, you have the options selection 2, which gives you different view on the star wheel and also in the report. My favorite change I like to make in the options tab is selecting stars and constellation name. So you will see that instead of just star name or the constellation name, when you choose both, you can see the constellation name in the capital letters and star name in the first letter in capital and the rest in small letters. So it's really handy, especially for newbies, if you're not familiar with which constellation each star belongs to. This will help you learn the sky map pretty easily. Awesome feature that is available only to the professional level is the time widget. And in the options menu, you can select it on or off, time control. And it follows you on the screen. If you're scrolling down, the time control remains. And if you're using two wheel chart, if you're comparing two charts, be careful which chart are you progressing forward or regressing backward. So let's see. Right now, the transit wheel is the outer wheel. So I'm going to progress by a week, see how everything shifted, but the inner wheel stayed. If you want to change the inner wheel, you would have to change it here. So just make sure that you're changing the correct wheel. And you can change by seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years. It's a really awesome feature. Or you can also manually enter the date. I'm so happy about this one. You can look at the report. We see that we don't have the color selected. So we go back to the options and select colors on. It instantly changed. You can look at the report as basic or extended. Reports orbs and degrees on and off. And report aspects, major aspects or all selected aspects, because now with the pro level, you can choose more aspects options. You see the main aspects are selected by default. And then if you want, you can start adding additional aspects. And you can also change whether you want tighter orb or larger orb based on your preferences. So that also is available only to the pro level. Let's generate the chart with the additional aspects. Let's click all so you can really see the difference. On the Galactic report, you will see the semi-squares, semi-sextiles, and so on. And on the chart wheel, you see how many more lines appear. And then when you click the option to show around the wheel, not just conjunct stars, but stars with major aspect or all selected stars and aspects, the view will change based on that. Let's see, all selected stars. There we go. Yeah. Let's see how many selected stars are used in this particular report. You can choose whether you use the basic kind of free level stars, they'll automatically be selected, or you choose the enthusiast level stars. It's what users were used to up to now before we did the upgrade. Or click on the Ent 85, and that's the enthusiast level selection. Or if you click all, you will see 292 stars in the report. So let's see the difference between that. Generate and see this beautiful, gorgeous wheel. It's possible to read them if you zoom in on your screen, but I mean, good luck decoding this. What I would do instead is going back and just select stars that you're already familiar with and work with them. The selection here is for professionals who are exploring the sky, who are pioneering the research in galactic astrology and going beyond the known. If you would like more information on these stars, you can always go to the stars degrees page and save changes. Yes, leave page or save the changes if you need to, but you see that the professional level now has 292 stars, and you can see the constellation, star name, and orb that is being used, 299, which includes the supercosmic points. In future, we will add additional information on all these one step at a time. You should be able to find information about any of the known fixed stars online. If you type a star and the constellation name into your browser, you will find information from the astronomers, and some stars already have astrological meaning described online. So you may have some luck there. And if you would like to learn based on my experience over the years, I have created online courses in Galactic Astrology 101 and practitioner level that you can explore by clicking the courses tab. To manage your subscription level, if you want to upgrade, you can do that through the levels page by selecting the option that you're interested in. If you want to downgrade, pause your subscription, or cancel your subscription, you do that by clicking on your profile tab on the right top corner and navigating from there. I invite you to also explore the blog tab on the website, which brings you to helpful articles about various fixed stars that you may be interested in learning about. The blog is new. We've only started a few months ago, but you can definitely look forward to more content being added regularly. Further down at the very end of the page, you'll find links to my social media, where you can also find information about various stars, webinars, teachings, and interviews, all on the topic of galactic astrology and quantum soul guidance. I hope you'll enjoy using the Galactic Astro Chart software, and I feel excited for the upcoming changes and upgrades that we are planning that are in the pipeline. Thank you for taking time to reviewing this step-by-step process. I hope you found it helpful. Be patient with yourself, take time exploring and navigating the Galactic Astro Chart software. Do not hesitate to email me for any information or feedback. I'll be happy to support you. Be sure to subscribe on the contact page to be informed about the latest updates. Thank you for sharing your journey with me. I look forward to staying connected.